Hey, welcome back to the channel where electric vibes meet electric rides. Buckle up, because today we're diving into some NIO news that will send a few jolts through China's auto industry straight from the top at NIO. William Li, the founder, chairman, and CEO of NIO, just gave us a peek behind the curtain during a media briefing in Shanghai on September 3rd. And spoiler alert, he's not exactly doing a victory dance about next year. While NIO is aiming to hit non-GAAP profitability in the fourth quarter of this year, Li is already throwing up caution signs for early 2026. Why? Because the industry's riding into a stormy patch, so what's the deal? China's generous vehicle purchase tax incentives are about to shrink again. Right now, in 2024 and 2025, buyers of new energy vehicles can get up to 30,000 yuan knocked off their taxes, but starting in 2026, that number gets cut in half, maxing out at 15,000 yuan. And while that may not sound too bad, Li says it's already pressuring demand across the entire EV sector. Here's what's happening. As the end-of-year tax benefits loom, Li expects a demand spike before the clock strikes midnight on December 31st. But come quarter one of 2026, brace for the hangover. He said achieving even half the demand from this year's fourth quarter would be considered a win. Yikes. Li also emphasized that this slowdown won't just hit NIO, it's an industry-wide hiccup. All EV makers are going to feel it. So what's NIO's game plan? Well, if they're lucky enough to save some customer orders for early 2026, they might smooth out the dip, but realistically, it's going to be a challenge. Now here's where it gets a little more technical, but stick with me. The tax policy still gives preferential treatment to vehicles with battery swap capabilities. That's where NIO's unique selling point kicks in. They offer a BaaS, battery as a service option, where customers can buy the car body and rent the battery. This means a lower upfront cost and a tax benefit too, since the tax is based on the vehicle body only. And it looks like customers are catching on. NIO's sub-brand Onvo recently shared that more than 70% of buyers for their L90 SUV chose the BaaS model. With the tax incentives dropping next year, that percentage could go even higher. Bottom line, NIO may be on the edge of turning a profit, but William Li is already sounding the alarm for 2026. The EV race in China is far from smooth sailing, and every player will need to navigate the twists and turns of policy shifts and consumer behavior. So what do you think? Will NIO ride out the slowdown, or will the tax cuts trip them up? Hit the comments with your thoughts. Don't forget to charge up that like button. And I'll see you in the next one. Stay zappy.